Hey guys, it's Amy Shaw here. It is January 13th, 2017, Friday the 13th today. Hey, the reason I am making this video is the other day Michelle Obama came on Jimmy Fallon, and I normally watch Jimmy Fallon, but I don't always pay like a lot of attention. Like, it might be on, my husband will be watching it, but I'm kind of doing other things, so I'm like half paying attention. But the other night, Michelle Obama was on, and I really was curious. I wanted to see her and kind of see that interaction and get a feeling for how that was going to go. So I literally just put everything aside and dedicated more of my single focus to watching Jimmy Fallon. And as Michelle Obama, it was a great show, by the way. She's amazing, cute, I love it. So anyway, towards the end of the show, I see this man, he's sitting at the piano and, he's playing, and he's and he's got hair just like Stevie Wonder. Doesn't exactly look like Stevie Wonder though, but close enough, like all the classic stereotypical characteristics of Stevie Wonder, right? And he's playing this song, and I'm like, that's Stevie Wonder. I'm like, is that Stevie? I'm like shocked. I look at my husband, oh my God, is that Stevie Wonder? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, no, it's Mandela Effect. Everybody's like, I don't remember Stevie Wonder dying. I don't know what you're talking about. I remember Stevie Wonder dying, you guys. I remember this, okay? Here's the thing. We don't have cable TV. So we just have an antenna, so we pick up like the local channels, and the major networks through the local programming. So I can watch, NBC and ABC and stuff like that. That's how I'm able to watch like Jimmy Fallon. And of course, like the local news. So my point of it is, I'm not like so obsessed with TV or TV stars that I'm like this huge fan of anybody or follow anybody. Well, except for the Betty White thing. Like, I really adore her. So anytime anything about her would come on TV or on the news, I would like put everything aside to watch it and pay attention. But Stevie Wonder, not so much, right? So a lot of people said to me, well, I just saw Stevie Wonder last month, and Stevie Wonder's been on The Voice, and Stevie Wonder, like, he's been around, so how could you think that he was dead? He's been on TV like a bunch of times. Well, because I don't really honestly watch TV, and I don't really pay attention. So I'm not going to have like that exposure. So when I say like I saw his death on TV, as opposed to like, okay, wasn't a death hoax. It wasn't like Twitter, it wasn't on a Facebook feed, or no, I saw it on the news. So when I say that, I'm talking about like through my antenna, the local cable news. And what I remember about it, seeing like a picture of him sitting at the piano, with his braids and the glasses, like, normally how you would see Stevie Wonder. And the picture was maybe of him, I would say, like in the 1990s. He definitely didn't look like how he looks now. He looked more like how I would remember Stevie Wonder looking. And it was saying he'd passed, and I swear they were saying that he had died of cancer. And because I remember thinking, I did not even know that he had cancer. Wow, how sad. And it had like dates, like his born date, the dash, and the date of death. And it was like this little tribute. It was short, like much shorter than the Betty White thing. The Betty White thing that I watched was long. It was like 7, 10, 12 minutes, really, really long. It went over her whole lifespan from the time she was a child all the way through. It was short. It was like 10 or 15 seconds. Stevie Wonder died today of cancer, blah, blah, blah. He was 50 whatever years old, or whatever. I remember this. So, like, then to see him on Jimmy Fallon, and doesn't even look like Stevie Wonder to me, how I remember him looking, I was shocked. And I was even more shocked that nobody else in my house had any memory of ever thinking that Stevie Wonder had died. So then people started saying to me, like people on the internet, Facebook and stuff, well, maybe it was Ray Charles. Maybe you remembered Ray Charles. So I Googled Ray Charles. Ray Charles died in 2004? No. This was like 2014 or 15. Because the house that I lived in at the time that I saw this on the news was my house here in the Austin, Texas area. We didn't move here till 2013. So it's really curious to me because a lot of these celebrity death Mandela effects happened for me after 2012. So, yeah, I'm not really exactly sure what that's about. It's just really weird to me that nobody else in my house, in my family, remembered seeing this or remembered Stevie Wonder dying. So I thought, my God, what is going on? Am I really going crazy? This Mandela Effect is some crazy stuff, right? It's like a deja vu. It's so like personal that you can't even explain it to somebody, the feeling of it. You can say, oh, I had this really weird feeling, I had a deja vu. But until you've actually had a deja vu, you just can't even explain it. Well, that's what the Mandela Effect is, right? It's this, when it happens to you, it's this weird deja vu-ish situation. The only difference is that it's a deja vu that you share with other people. Other people have had the exact same revelation that something they thought was the way it was isn't that way anymore. So I Googled Stevie Wonder death. And interestingly, what came up was Cynthia Sue Larson's page. Now, Cynthia Sue Larson is also a YouTuber. She has a YouTube channel, and she goes around and does a lot of shows. She's an awesome channel. She has spent a lot of her career as a physicist talking about the quantum jumping, the Mandela Effect. So I Googled that, Stevie Wonder death, Mandela Effect, and pretty much the first thing that popped up was her blog. And in the blog, I had read down through it several different entries she had, and one of them was on a man who wrote her, saying that he had experienced the Mandela Effect of thinking that Stevie Wonder had died, remembering seeing it on the news that he had died, and he too thought it was of cancer, and then to find out later that he was alive was shocking. So I'm really glad to know that I'm not the only one on the planet that has experienced the Stevie Wonder death Mandela Effect, but I'm really surprised that nobody in my family remembers it. So I don't know, this Mandela Effect thing, guys, it is so bizarre. It's bizarre, and when it happens to you, it's a very strange sensation, and yeah, very disorienting feeling. So I'm curious if you've experienced the Stevie Wonder death Mandela Effect, and if so, about the time frame that you remember hearing the reports of him dying, and if you recall them talking about the cause of death. I'd be curious to know it. So thanks for sharing. Love you guys. Have a great day.